if this is what we are going to do, if this is how we're going to perform, I'm afraid for the future of the Black Star. Looking at the lineup, yes, let's overview the lineup and then you understand. If this is why we lost the game against Uganda, Mohamed Kudus was not there, Thomas Partey was not there. But when we talk about these things, people think that we are not saying they are the best so far in the game, but when they are in the game will change. People were giving reactions that Ghana is going to score Nigeria. It's a solid win. What happened? A downcast. We lost the game. Ghana is going to score 5 against Uganda. What happened? A draw game, 2-2. And they were playing the game as if they are in control. About 6 defenders plus there, and then you were able to allow only 2 players to score you. We need to waste money to get a good technical team. Not John Pearson and Fatah Dauda. If you bring Otto, that's fine. We don't have problem with that. Going ahead to go and appoint Fatah Dauda and John Pearson is the wrong move. We should have spent money to go and bring, assistant coaches that are out there. We have better coaches. Bring them, let them come and put their heads together. The formation of the Black Star currently is a disturbance to win the youth. It's a threat to us, and then we find it difficult to breathe. We can't move out there. Looking at the lineup, yes, let's overview the lineup and then you understand. If this is why we lost the game against Uganda, because it was not supposed to be that way. Anyone that is telling me that during the game against Uganda is a normal team, absolutely is wrong. It's very bad, and it's a bad aspect of performance for the national team. Look at the lineup. We have Ayu at the forward wing. Yes, he was there with Semenyo and then Fatal. I think it was better, it was good in such a way that we don't have that kind of extra players that we should have used. Mohamed Kudus should have been very brilliant to play at the midfield aspect if he was to be there. And the moment Kudus can communicate well with Dede Ayew, when you look at some statistics, you understand that if this player is not there, it affects the other player. That is why our players are performing in the clubs, but when they come to the national team, they find it difficult to play. Because in the clubs, they are trained very well to such a way that they know who needs the ball. If you give one this way, I'll be there. But our coaching aspect is not taking notice of that. It's very serious. I think the technical team is supposed to work on this matter very seriously. We have Abdul Samet at the midfield with Noah, and then we have Francis that were playing in the midfield. Let's go to the defensive aspect. And this defensive aspect is what is boring me. When you look at the game, the midfielders came to support the defenders. That is why we were many as possible in the defense aspect. And this goal came in. It was very bad. This was not supposed to happen. We have Anan, we have Opoku, we have Addo, and then we have Odoi. Yes, the defense. Let's say we don't have Thomas Partey, so we don't have any option. I'm not saying that Thomas Partey is the best, but when we have defenders or players like Thomas Partey, I can say they are also best when it comes to the Ghana national team. So we must talk about them. In their absence, we find it difficult, to play very well. Yes, the first game we were playing in the AFCONs, Kudus was not there. What happened the second game he came? He was able to perform miraculously. Sometimes they are not best, but when they are there, they can be able to change the game. And then let me go and deal with the goalkeeper, because that is what is actually happening. I have not seen any valuable performance in him. I don't know how it's going to be, but the coach played at TTD Ghana versus Nigeria, and he's bringing Wolacott in this game. I don't know what Otto is planning, but we must be serious. We have to focus on how to build a goalkeeper, a best goalkeeper. That is what is important. I'm not going to waste my time, ladies and gentlemen. If this is your first time coming, kindly hit on the subscribe button. We need to build Ghana together. So when we're talking about this thing, it's not personal, but it's just about the future of the Black Star. Of which you, as a Ghanaian, I'm also a Ghanaian, it's also a responsibility to work on our national team, and we will talk about there, something good will happen. So I was talking and people were telling me that this is the first game. Let's give Otto the chance, to move on with Uganda. And Otto stated that they're not going to give some kind of low kind of respect to Uganda, because they're going to discipline Uganda. Because when you look at some kind of previous games, that was played between Ghana and Uganda since 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, and then currently, it's something that I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm not getting it correct. Comoros played against Uganda, and then it was a simple win straightforward to them. Let's head on to what is important. In 2014, African Cup of Nations qualifications, and Uganda scored Ghana 1. It's not a mystery, it's fast analysis. I am something that they will not tell you, so I'm telling you. Because when you look at World Cup qualifiers in 2016, Ghana versus Uganda was 0-0. Now let's go to 2017. In 2017, Ghana versus Uganda, African Cup of Nations. And then that was group stage matches, and then Ghana was able to score Uganda 1. It was just 1. Yes, so Uganda versus Ghana again, it was 0-0. Now 2024 Ghana versus Uganda 2-2. What bore me was that when Ghana scored the game 2-1 against Uganda in the first half and they were moving on to the second half, they were playing the game as if they have that kind of control over the match. Like the players were not that serious again, because I in particular was expecting that, oh, no matter what is going to happen, Ghana is going to win. And then it will shock you that what happened there. Defenders, we have them there. Line up, 2 players of the Uganda's players, 2 of them. I don't know whether we were playing around or it was kind of what the goalkeeper Wola caught or whatever we call him. I don't actually know what was happening there. I learned Kudus was injured, and then Thomas Partey too just recovered, and I was thinking, say, oh, them coming was going to be something good. When we have these players, Kudus, Thomas Partey, if they are part of the national team, it's a good play. Yeah, it can be something that we should just be expecting that, oh, if these players, they are not important, if they do not come, it have a very serious effect on the Black Star. So anytime anytime the national team have to always focus to be sure that the players that we have them and they are very good, no matter what, they are in safe hands. You have to get good in touch with them. And people always think that when they call the players, it's intentional that they do not come, because when they call you as a player to come for national duties and you fail to come, FIFA will sanction you. Yeah, it's something that they are not just denying for no reason. You can't just deny as a national player that you won't go home for national duty. So it's not that Thomas Partey and Mohamed Kudus, it's not that they just refuse to come home. Yeah, but it's just due to 1 or 2 reasons that happens. And then this is because if as a player they call you to come for national duties and you intentionally refuse to come without reasons, they will sanction you. So those who are saying that Thomas Partey refused to come, Mohamed Kudus refused to come, it's not just a refusal. There is something in there that is causing these things. But focusing on why we lost the game is something that is bothering my mind, ladies and gentlemen. So kindly hit on the subscribe button, like the video, so that we delve into this matter. It's a good analysis we're looking forward to. When you are playing the game, no matter what, if you can be able to score them 10, that is what we call, serious game. But the players were playing in the second half as if they have that kind of control. Yes, they were giving me that kind of energy, because I was expecting that, yes, no matter what, Ghana is going to win against Uganda. And I was thinking that there's no way Otto is going to give way for Uganda to score us. And looking at the substitutions, and you see, that's one thing we talk about Ghanaian football to be a defensive game. Where on earth will 6+ defenders be at the back with plus the goalkeeper? And then 2 players were able to score you a goal. What were you afraid of? Can't you clear the ball? Yes, we know we are not in the pitch. We know sometimes it's difficult. But when you do the wrong thing, we have to tell you. When I was in my previous videos, I was talking about this team, Otto, how he messed up the Black Star in the 2022 World Cup. And then people were saying, we should give him the chance to move on. This is the first game. Playing against Nigeria, losing the game with Nigeria is not something that we should come and talk about. But what is happening? We are drawing the game to Uganda. The Ghana national team is a threat to we Ghanaians at the moment. Because playing with Nigeria 2-1, playing with Uganda 2-2, what are we expecting? Yes, you can't tell me that these are friendly games. So due to that, if we lose the game, it's something that is not serious. It is serious. When we go to play against France, that is where we can understand that things are there. Imagine in 2026 World Cup, we are preparing towards that. And if we are playing the game this way, how sure are we that we can qualify? And most people were giving predictions that it's going to be 5-0, 5-1. Ghana is going to score Uganda 5. Ghana is going to score Uganda 3-1. A lot of that kind of motive. Everyone was expecting that Ghana were going to win the game. But what happened finally? It's a kind of disappointment that is paining me. I don't know how the GFA, they made their selections. How can't we dissolve the Ghana Football Association and start a new team? I was saying, like they should go and call Asante Kotoko to come and play with the Black Stars, because I've not seen any kind of serious play. We should be not playing international games, and it's been a disappointment. I am much in pain because I am afraid of the future of the Black Star. Nigeria, you lost the game. Uganda to draw. So when we're talking about some of these things, it's not that we have personal interest or we hate Addo or we don't like Addo to come and then coach the Black Star. We don't have any problems with that, absolutely. But what is happening is something that is very, devastating, that we shouldn't be expecting. Midfielders came back to support the game. Defensive are there, and 2 players of the Ugandan were able to, the Ugandan star were able to score, and it was something like a joke. But all that could happen is that's game. The moment the ball crosses the line, we call it a goal. That is something that I was very disappointed in this aspect of the game, because I was not expecting that. So one thing I want us to understand is that Addo himself needs coaching. Despite him being the coach, it doesn't mean that the sole responsibility to be on him. Nobody should be able to tell Otto Addo what is right. People should be able to tell him that this we are supposed to build on. But if we allow him to be there with John Pistol, Fatah Odauda, these are starting points of failure where you are seeing the Black Star. I never wish that the Black Star we should go in, that kind of disgrace, because this is a disappointment. Yes, drawing the game is not palatable at all. It's something very wrong. Nigeria, what happened? And then when we come to talk about it, instead of us to focus on building the national team, some of you are saying we should give him the chance. Yes, the chance have already been given. But what is happening? Nothing. There's no improvement. Yeah, we need absolutely improvement. So now, the GFA should tell us what structure of football are they building towards the 2026 World Cup. If this is what we are going to do, if this is how we're going to perform, I'm afraid for the future of the Black Star, because it depends some of us as we are in, we have love for the game. So when these things are happening, they are making it boring for we the youth. So what do they want us to consider? And when we talk of the GFL not doing their aspect of the job, if we decide not to lose money, we cannot gain. So it's a reality that we are talking about here. We are not condemning the fact that Otto Addo shouldn't coach the Black Star. Otto Addo is not qualified. Yeah, absolutely, I can say he's not qualified because the performance so far is absolutely bad. We needed to use money to get a better coaching system, a good technical team. Yes, look at what Nigerians did. Nigerians performed so well to the AFCON that they were able to get to the finals. But we cannot do anything. We cannot qualify. We sack Chrysanthemum that he's not performing well. After sacking Chrysanthemum, Otto Addo is here. First friendly games, he's not performing. Look, it's a serious matter we must talk about. It shouldn't be that when Otto Addo moves ahead, when there is AFCON, when there is World Cup, Otto Addo will perform. Otto Addo have done it before. He have played World Cup before. We couldn't make it. Uganda was the team that I was thinking we'll be able to win them to qualify. South Korea was a difficult team that we find it difficult to win, but unfortunately we were able to do that. So playing against Uganda was something, a good revenge that we were supposed to win straightforward. It was supposed to be solid, but we failed it. And here we are. What I mean is that it's about focusing on building the Black Star, the national team. All of us are Ghanaians, so it's our sole responsibility to ensure that we have a better formation. So when we are talking, it's not that we are boasting people out there, but the GFA have to do things right. And every Ghanaian out there will support the fact of the matter that we need to build a strong Black Star. It shouldn't be today playing with Nigeria and we are losing, playing with Uganda and we are drawing the game. Why did they equalize the goal? It's a painful aspect of something is wrong with the Black Star, something is wrong with the GFA, because in the recent AFCONs that we lost the game, it was the same ending minutes that 90 minutes thereabout that we lost the game. It was a draw game, and this is happening. So it's something that we have to focus, that we have to build the Black Star in such a way that anytime it's 80 minutes there, we must play a good we must play a good technical with reasons. We must analyze our players. We must touch on them. We must place them at vantage point to be able to play. Don't push them to the defense. When you send them to the defense, what is happening there? They are scoring us. It's a lesson we have to learn and understand that anytime we are getting closer to closing a match, the coach have to build on something serious. So if this is going to happen over time, it's a threat to us. Kindly hit on the subscribe button, like the video. Feelers and vibes, anything that goes around will bring you the update.